Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. John Cena and Cody Rhodes have not exchanged blows during their interactions on the two WWE Raw episodes they shared the ring. Despite the Nation leader's shocking attack on the American Nightmare at the 2025 Elimination Chamber. Recently, wrestling veteran Dutch Mantell explained why the two superstars should not engage in a physical altercation before their undisputed WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 41. During the Monday night show in Brussels on March 17 and Glasgow on March 24, John Cena blamed the fans for his heel turn. Cody Rhodes responded with a passionate verbal exchange on both occasions, nearly leading to a physical altercation, which didn't materialize. Speaking on his Storytime with Dutch Mantell podcast, the former WWE manager reasoned that withholding physicality between the franchise player and the American Nightmare before WrestleMania would maintain fans' interest. Mantell felt that showing a physical exchange beforehand would lessen the event's appeal. Bully Ray claims major WWE legend should be involved in John Cena and Cody Rhodes' feud. This week on the Red Brand, the former United States champion left no stone unturned to humiliate Ric Flair. John Cena asserted he would surpass the Hall of Famer's record to become a 17-time world champion and erase the Nature Boy forever from history. In a recent episode of the Busted Open podcast, Bully Ray claimed that it would be interesting to see Ric Flair involved in the storyline between the two WWE superstars in some capacity. Only time will tell if the face that runs the place will become the first ever 17-time world champion in WWE history by defeating the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes and John Cena's confrontation on WWE television leading up to their highly anticipated title match at WrestleMania has been a topic of significant discussion. While fans often expect high-intensity physicality in such segments, many veteran wrestlers and industry insiders believe that their confrontation doesn't necessarily need to revolve around physical altercations to build anticipation for the big match. This opinion is rooted in the belief that the psychological build-up and the art of storytelling can be just as compelling, if not more so, than any physical confrontation. In professional wrestling, the concept of creating emotional investment through storytelling has always been a key component in captivating audiences. With both Cody Rhodes and John Cena being seasoned veterans, their ability to sell a match through words, emotion, and storytelling is something that the WWE Universe has come to expect. Their clash is not just about who's the better wrestler in the ring. It's about the personal journeys and the narratives they've been building for years. John Cena, a 16-time WWE World Champion, has become synonymous with the never give up mantra and his larger-than-life persona. His role in this feud is not just as a challenger, but as someone who embodies the legacy of WWE. Cody Rhodes, on the other hand, has a different story, one of overcoming adversity, continuing his father's legacy, and establishing himself as a top-tier star in his own right. Their shared history, mixed with their contrasting styles and philosophies, makes their confrontation feel personal and more impactful than just a physical showdown. For veteran wrestlers, the key to this feud lies in the emotional and verbal sparring between the two. The tension that can be built from the exchange of words, where each man expresses his vision, motivations, and desires for the future of WWE, can make for a highly charged atmosphere. Cena's promotional prowess has always been his strong suit, able to captivate an audience with his mic work and presence. Cody Rhodes, similarly, has evolved into one of the most effective promo cutters in WWE today, blending sincerity with intensity to deliver moments that resonate deeply with fans. Veterans in the wrestling business understand that a major match like this doesn't need to be sold through physicality in every segment. A well-executed promo, a subtle look, or a powerful line can elevate the anticipation for a match in ways that a simple brawl might not. The idea is to let the rivalry simmer, drawing on past history, mutual respect, and contrasting worldviews to create an environment where the eventual showdown at WrestleMania feels like the natural culmination of everything that has been built up in the preceding weeks. Furthermore, in this era of professional wrestling, where every match is analyzed and dissected by fans. There is a certain understanding that sometimes less is more. Not every segment needs to end with a clothesline or a finishing move. Sometimes, the most impactful moments are those that rely on subtlety, where the real story is told through dialogue, facial expressions, and psychological warfare rather than pure physical conflict. This was something that legendary figures like The Rock, Steve Austin, and even Undertaker mastered, often drawing out the tension in a feud before the bell rings. The match between Cody Rhodes and John Cena is a perfect example of how veteran experience can inform the build-up to a major contest. These two men don't need to rely on constant physical altercations to get the fans invested. Instead, it's about capitalizing on their strengths in the art of storytelling and the ability to sell a match emotionally. The anticipation grows when each man takes turns cutting powerful promos, highlighting their respective legacies, and challenging each other's motivations and beliefs. As WrestleMania approaches, it becomes clear that the stakes are high not just for the championship, but for the future of WWE itself. Cody Rhodes wants to secure his place in history, not just as the son of Dusty Rhodes, but as a man who has earned his spot at the top of the WWE mountain. John Cena, on the other hand, is fighting for his legacy and proving that he still has what it takes to be the face of WWE, even after all these years. Their collision is not just about who wins the title, but about the deeper narrative of respect, legacy, and the passing of the torch. The veteran's perspective on this is clear. Physicality can come later, but the emotional build-up, the words, the stories, and the psychological warfare are what will make this match unforgettable. The anticipation surrounding a confrontation between Cody Rhodes and John Cena at WrestleMania is not just about physical exchanges, but the deeper, more intricate aspects of storytelling that professional wrestling has been built upon for decades. In an era where fans are constantly bombarded with intense, high-energy matches and showdowns, there's a growing appreciation for the subtler dynamics of a rivalry, one where emotions, motivations, and long-term storytelling take center stage. John Cena and Cody Rhodes are both immensely talented wrestlers, but they each bring different qualities to the table, making their rivalry intriguing in a way that transcends the typical expectations of physicality. Cena is one of the most iconic figures in the history of WWE, a symbol of resilience, heart, and a dedication to the company. His persona, that of the face of WWE for over a decade, remains larger than life. Cena has faced down some of the biggest stars in WWE, from The Rock to Roman Reigns, and each of those rivalries was built not just on physical confrontations, but on powerful promos, mind games, and the clash of personal philosophies. On the other hand, Cody Rhodes has had a journey that has been equally compelling, though vastly different from Cena's. His path to prominence has been one of resilience, rebirth, and proving to the world that he could rise beyond the shadow of his famous father, Dusty Rhodes. Cody's career took him out of WWE, where he reinvented himself in the independent circuit and other promotions like AEW, before eventually returning to WWE with a new level of confidence and purpose. His chase for the WWE Championship, particularly his desire to finish the story that his father started, has struck a chord with fans, making his narrative deeply personal and compelling. It is this clash of identities, legacies, and goals that makes their confrontation so intriguing. Cena, the veteran who's been the face of WWE for so long, represents a certain era of the company, one of larger-than-life characters, catchy catchphrases, and never backing down from a fight. Cody, the son of Dusty, is looking to carve out his own place in history, to prove that he's more than just Dusty Rhodes' son, and that his story can stand on its own merits. This type of rivalry doesn't need the chaos of constant physicality to build momentum. Instead, it's about how Cena and Cody can manipulate the narrative around their respective careers. Every word they speak, every look they exchange, and every promo they cut adds layers to the feud, creating a level of intrigue that would be hard to achieve through just physical battles. Veteran wrestlers know that sometimes the less you do physically, the more you can get out of a story. It's about pacing and building to a moment, creating a sense of anticipation where fans are left eagerly waiting for that first bell to ring at WrestleMania. The long-term build-up to a match like this is essential because it allows fans to become fully immersed in the storyline. If Cena and Cody were to engage in too much physicality too soon, it could dilute the intensity of their eventual encounter. The focus needs to be on the reasons they're fighting, what they represent to WWE, and how their individual stories intersect. These are men who aren't just fighting for a championship. They're fighting for something deeper, something that resonates with the very heart of the wrestling industry. For example, Cena's promos about his legacy and his desire to show he can still be the face of WWE would be incredibly compelling if delivered in the right emotional tone. Meanwhile, Cody's journey to reclaim his rightful place at the top of WWE, with the weight of his family legacy on his shoulders, could be just as powerful when shared with the audience. Fans don't need to see them lock up every week. They need to see them struggle internally with their motivations, their pasts, and their futures. The emotions surrounding their potential showdown are just as important, if not more so, than the physical toll it might take. Veterans of the industry also recognize that one of the most effective ways to sell a match like this is to play to the strengths of both Cena and Cody's characters. Cena is known for his motivational speeches and unwavering commitment to his principles. Cody is the embodiment of a man who will stop at nothing to finish what he started, even if it means facing off against a legend like Cena. These moments of verbal confrontation, where both men challenge each other's ideas about the future of WWE, will only add to the drama, providing fans with the kind of personal stakes that are much more rewarding than a simple physical brawl.